Greetings, humans. I am Mr. Fetus, and today we are playing Morph Girl. This is an FMV adventure game about someone experiencing a haunting. It was inspired by Japanese old video VHS kind of stuff, which is some of my favorite kind of things. So, here's that. Here's this. There's like 6 endings, and I guess you have a choice between running from the ghost or accepting the ghost. If you know me, if you know who I am, you'll know that I'm the type to if there's a ghost, I'm gonna just open my arms out wide and just accept the ghost into me and be like, hey, you can chill with me. Let's get married. Let's have a family, a little ghost family. Anyway, that's a little weird, but you know, hey. So, what is this? Okay, so don't press this button. Don't do that. I don't know. It brought me to my desktop, and I don't really fully understand what happened. So, here we go. Let's play. Let's play. I haven't played. I played one visual novel on this channel, right? I think it's only been one. Pretty sure. No FMVs though, so this should be interesting. Morph Girl does not autosave. I have to do it myself. When visible, use the cogwheel icon to save, load, or quit. Okay, cool. Okay. Remember to save frequently and prior to important events or decisions. Good to know. Load these save files should you wish to revisit them. Great. Mohukaru. Monday. My name is Ilana Pierce. On Friday, it will have been a year since the death of my wife, Rebecca. Since then, my life has been one of tedium and monotonous routine. I work an underpaid office job at a failing insurance company. It's failing. I don't have any friends, and I rarely leave the house. And in just a few days, everything is going to change. Rebecca was a writer. Her reluctance to find real work put strain on both our finances and our relationship. During an argument over our accumulating debt, Rebecca suffered a seizure. She was quickly diagnosed with terminal brain cancer. She died 9 months later. drank instant coffee. How dare you? Every day I watch her favorite movies, read her journals, and her short stories. What started out as a means to move on quickly became a routine that I couldn't escape. There's little to my life outside of what I have left of Rebecca. See you later. I very quickly began to underperform at work. Hold on a minute. Okay. I see now. I can do it like that. So you click the bit on down here and then, okay, great. Let's continue. Very quickly began to underperform at work. My boss was very understanding, but as the company started to lose money, co-workers began to resent me for the work I could not do. I was quickly relegated to my own, quote, office. Co-workers make hateful comments and drop hints about my supposed job security whenever I talk to them. I try not to talk to anybody. Yeah, people can be fucking assholes. We went through thousands of years of evolution. Also, somebody could be a goddamn asshole. Like, come on. Be nice to people. Old photos. People tell me that I need to move on and get over Rebecca's death. I don't want to. I can't. So, I won't. It's been 5 months since Rebecca was diagnosed. Breathing is becoming difficult for her. Movement is an almost Herculean task now. While her doctors say that we still have options, Rebecca is beginning to refuse further treatment. She wants to travel. Okay. Click. She wants to travel the world before she dies. See all that she can while she can. She's giving up. I don't want her to. She's tired. Too tired for optimism. Too tired for treatment. She's tired of living. We argue constantly over the continuation of her treatment. She only has months left if she doesn't. She's getting visibly weaker with every passing day. She can barely walk, let alone travel the world. It would kill her. Rebecca knows all of this. She doesn't want to be miserable anymore. She wants the both of us to spend the rest of her life in some exotic country to elope from her treatment with money we do not have, with time she doesn't have. Shit. Lie to Rebecca or beg for treatment. I mean, if we lie to her, that would make her happy in the short term. But that would also make her give up on the whole thing, like, of living. I don't know. If we beg for treatment... Fuck. God. So if I lie to her and say we're going somewhere, she'll still be alive to know that we're not actually going, and it was a lie, and things will just get worse. So I'm gonna beg for treatment. I'm just gonna beg. I can't lie to her. I'm not gonna lie to her. Nothing good comes from lying, ever. I beg Rebecca to stop talking as though she's going to die. What starts as a heartfelt plea rapidly turns into me screaming and shouting at her. I tell her that we can't afford to travel, that she can hardly walk, that she's stupid for thinking we could do anything other than try to get her better. Why would you say that? Why would you say that? Rebecca quietly agrees to further treatment. Doesn't work. Rebecca only continues to worsen. We are soon out of options. Rebecca can no longer walk or breathe by herself. She often cries, frequently wishing that we could be on a beach somewhere in the Caribbean. I feel guilty. She'd be face down in the fucking sand if she were in the Caribbean. Like, what does she think would happen when they went out there? There would be no partying, 0 partying. I'm gonna save. I should have saved before that, but you know, whatever. First choice is gonna just be the choice that I made, and there you go. All right. Just a few days until the anniversary of Rebecca's death. I'm not ready for it. Ooh. Tuesday. Oh, come on. With the freaking creepy... Okay. Seriously, with the instant coffee. I didn't read what that said on the bottom. I was too busy focused on terrible instant coffee that tastes really bad. Also, get a French press. I don't know if it's guilt, loyalty, or just fear that compels me to stay put. How could I have happiness when I denied her the same? God, I don't know. I don't know if I made the right choice. Rebecca wants me to read some of her book, on account that I never have before. We've always condemned her choice to focus on writing as opposed to pursuing legitimate employment. Her writing has always been a source of major contention between us. She wants to know what I think of it. Before that's no longer possible. I don't know what to say. She's desperate for me to read it, despite prior altercations. This makes me feel angry and a little bit guilty. Despite everything, she still insists that her writing career is important to her. The very pursuit that has jeopardized our home, financial security, and our marriage for years. I don't want to encourage her, but it's her passion. I will read this. I will read this. Why would you not read the book? That would be super asshole to not read the book. Read it. Do it. I will read it. I tell Rebecca that I will read it. It's a collection of short horror stories. I finished them all in just a few days. They're good. Really good. Rebecca's university grades were relatively poor, but she was always highly regarded for her fiction writing. She's really talented. I feel guilty. Only now that she's dying have I even bothered to read any of her work. All these years I've kept Rebecca from her writing aspirations, and now she really may never reach them. When she asks if I read it, I'm too embarrassed, ashamed to admit any of this to her. I tell her that I've been too busy. She never asks again. Always support creative pursuits. Always. I often think that I would do anything to get Rebecca back. Would I? Wednesday. Every day is exactly the same. I refuse to get on with my life, and yet I still expect it to change. It'll be alright, girl. I'll get you through this. It's almost as though I were waiting for something. What? What if she's already dead? I don't know what that is. I don't know what... Good. Really cool. Please work. Okay, great. Good. Oh my god. It's been 2 months since the diagnosis. Rebecca is exhausted from chemotherapy, sick of both the side effects and its administration. She doesn't like her doctor or any of her nurses. She hates the hospital and is very outspoken about how much she doesn't want to be around real cancer patients. Rebecca doesn't want to feel unable. She's restless. She's restless. She's... can't click the... Okay, so I apparently have fallen into a glitch, and I will be right back. Okay, you guys, I think it was fixed. I don't know what the hell happened, but I think I fixed it. I don't know. I really don't. I don't quite get it. But, Let's read part of this again. Rebecca doesn't want to feel unable. She's restless and very much in denial. It's Friday night. Rebecca wants to go out with her friends. I tell her that I don't think it's a good idea for her to be exerting herself so soon after therapy. I need this, she says. I'm scared that this will be too much for Rebecca, but I can't keep her from living her life. Oh, shit. Fuck. If she goes, she'll be happy, but I'll feel guilty. If she stays, she'll be mad, and I'll feel guilty. So, I'm gonna let her go. I don't know what's gonna happen. She might pass out in the middle of the street and have to get rushed back to the hospital or wherever, but it's better than going to fucking some crazy island somewhere, you know? Like, alright, here you go. Let her go. That might be the worst choice I've ever made in my entire life. I tell Rebecca to have fun. I worry all night, but refrain from calling. At around midnight, Rebecca comes home early. I pretend to be asleep. She's wheezing. In the morning, I ask Rebecca about her night. She says that it was a little too much for her, but she's glad that she went. Thank you. Oh, I'm so glad that went well, but I hope that didn't, cause a whole other slew of problems. Okay. Thursday. I honestly feel like she is now dead. She committed suicide. Like, why else would they show the blood in the bathtub? Oh shit. Okay. I'm gonna save. Oh, this sounds interesting. Oh god. Okay. What is that? I think I see something by the bath plug. Is something leaking? It doesn't look like water. That scared me. Okay. Should I go in? Fuck it. Let's do this. No. It's very thick in consistency, almost as though it's oozing out of the plumbing, as opposed to dripping or leaking. It looks black. Or maybe red? I don't know. I don't know what it could be. But it seems to be coming out of the shower head. Ugh. Watch out. It got on your face. That's nasty. It's blood. It's blood. It's totally blood. It's definitely blood. Oh no. Thought something was going to be in the doorway. Okay. Okay. All right. I don't know what was in the bath, but whatever it is, I need to forget about it. Hey guys, I'm just gonna have a bath. Fucking Murdoch was in the bath. He was like, I don't know whose house this is, but this is where I'm gonna take my bath. That's a really good album, by the way. Anyway, I can't be thinking about this right now. Not this week. I have some time before I leave for work. I can collect myself in the living room. I can pretend that everything is all right. It isn't. So, is going to the... I mean, of course there's a ghost. There's a ghost in here somewhere. Is going to the ghost. Oh, I can actually do things now. Cool. So it's going to the ghost. Does that make her fall further into this nightmare? Or does that mean she's accepting what happened? I don't know. I feel like people's gut reaction would be to run from the ghost. But, I don't know. What is on the TV right now? What is that? What the hell is that? Are those eyes? What is happening on the TV? Okay. Notebook. Note Burger King. Note the Burger King. We have... It's one of the notebooks Rebecca used to write her stories in. Alrighty, well, I guess this is happening. You guys ready for this? If you don't want to sit through this, then go ahead and fast forward, because I'm going to read all of it. I hope you're excited about it. Here we go. Come with us, page 1. Typical. That's the best way Jane could have described the night. The moon was out, lighting the room in a dull, familiar glow. The air was still, peaceful. It was the perfect conditions for sleeping. Many would agree with her, except the typical night had been disturbed in the most atypical way Jane could have ever imagined. Jane squirmed in the corner of her bed. She pressed herself against the headboard and the wall, hugging her knees. Most of all, she was trembling. It wasn't every night that you wake to find an expressionless child standing at the end of your bed, after all. The main question on Jane's mind was why? Why her? Why tonight? Why a child? Jane never thought of herself as particularly special. Surely this only happened to those who warranted it. The weird and wonderful. Not someone like her. Normal. That's the best way Jane could describe herself. Her name was Jane Audrey Phillips, named after her two grandmothers, naturally. She had brown, shoulder-length hair. It was practical. Brown eyes like her father. She wasn't particularly tall, neither particularly short. She did well at school. It led to a job that paid her bills. She neither liked her job, nor did she dislike it. She had often thought she was a very neutral person. She didn't think much of anything. Not that she wasn't happy. She was, in a calm, contented way. She got on with things. Much like herself, the day could also be described as normal. She awoke 3 minutes before her alarm as she usually did, ate a reluctant breakfast, and headed to work. Work was average. Papers needed filing, reports needed writing, minimal conversation, and a sticky R key on her laptop. Returning home, leftovers for dinner, calling her mum, It was the routine she'd had for years. They are living in the UK. This is the UK. She went to bed on time and fell asleep in a timely manner. Nothing indicated anything odd should happen to her at all. And yet, there the child stood at the end of her bed in her room. It was a girl. It was wearing a white nightgown, reminiscent of times far gone. It had long, unwavering dark hair. Its face was pale and eyes were dark. It made Jane uncomfortable to think of the strange specter as a girl, so she didn't. A young girl wouldn't find herself in a stranger's room in the middle of the night. This was not a young girl. That was all Jane could figure out. The woman had already tried asking it for information, but it wouldn't speak. It didn't react at all. It just stared at her. There was a chill on her spine she was desperately trying to ignore, almost as if someone was slowly dragging an icicle up her back. She pressed herself harder against the wall. The sensation didn't cease. Finally, the child parted its pale lips. Though this was once the outcome Jane was hoping for, somehow it only terrified her more. She shrunk further into the bed. She was shivering. "Come with us." Jane sucked in her breath as the child spoke. Its voice was small and soft. It sounded like a little girl. It almost left Jane less afraid, almost. But the eyes were so dark, and the stare was so intense. Jane desperately wanted to look away or close her eyes, but she daren't. The woman was terrified. If she broke eye contact, the child would do something. She couldn't know what. The unease only grew. The child's face remained blank as it stared, though its head tilted to the side. It was almost cute, only almost. Jane suddenly realized it was waiting for a response. The woman released the breath she didn't realize she was holding. Where? Her voice wobbled as she spoke, her lip left trembling. The child shook its head a little, its dark hair shuffling over its chest. "Come with us." Well, that was the story. Is this like a metaphor? Not a metaphor. Is this like basically what this story is about, the game? She says, "Come with us." That means fucking go and die, probably. Great. Okay, that was lovely. So, let's check out photos. Let's go to the photos. What do we got? Photos of me and Rebecca on the day we moved in. She probably shouldn't have moved into a house with such expensive rent, but Rebecca couldn't stop talking about kids. Though Rebecca was sat on the living room. What the? Rebecca was sat on the living room in the city. Though Rebecca was set on living in the city, she also thought we'd need the extra space. I think we would have been good parents. Maybe. Okay. Is that it? I thought we were going to look at some photos. No photos? Okay, Lit Film. Your DVDs. Got some Game of Thrones. It's Rebecca's collection of horror movies. Ah, good. You better have Audition up there. The Tale of Two Sisters. And, what else? What else? I've seen so many Japanese horror movies. So many of them. Dumplings, you like Dumplings? The Eye was pretty good. Ju-on, also, definitely really good. You guys, go check out Japanese horror movies. They're really fucking good. And you'll have yourself a grand old time. Okay, great. Let's go. Well, some of them. Is that it? That's all? No more? You don't want to watch Suicide Circle? You don't want to watch Battle Royale? You don't want to watch some fucking Pulse? You don't want to... Okay, fine.
Let me die. Let me die.
The brain that wouldn't die. I used to like this one. The film is about a mad scientist who manages to keep a woman's severed head alive for several days. The woman begs for him to let her die. Unsurprisingly, I no longer care for it. Can we watch this? Is this watchable? Will this get me a copyright strike? Hello? Is this part of, like, a video set stuff where everything's fine to watch that? Where it's like, hey, it's okay that you could put this on the thing because it's in the vault of free, royalty-free, what the hell am I talking about? Is this the entire movie? I'm gonna see. Let's see. Let's look at it a little bit and see. Oh my god, it is. It totally is. Let's not look at the whole thing. If you want to see the whole video, then go play the game. The link is in the description. Or just find the movie online. You know, whatever, dog. Just a little bit of it. Just a little bit. Alright, that's it. We're done. Not too much. I don't know if it's gonna copyright strike or something. I don't know. Anyway. We did all this. We're good? Alright, let me save. Let me save the game. Alright, so leave, I guess. Anything change if we click again? Nope. Nothing changes at all. Not a thing. Alright. Great. Then I guess we're done. So then we leave, right? Let's just leave, I guess. Alright. Off to work. This is too quiet. I'm not sure about this. Okay. Please finish report by end of tomorrow. Okay. Maybe you'd be happier working somewhere else. Oh, fuck you. Passive-aggressive comments certainly aren't uncommon around here, but I don't think I could put this report off any longer. I'll do the bulk of the work tomorrow. I can't do this right now. Why are people assholes? Whoa. Oh no. I used to take comfort in working here after Rebecca's death. I could pretend that she was at home waiting for me, just like before. A small part of me really believed that she would be.
Ugh. Ugh.
So is it? What is it? Is it blood? What the hell is it? Whatever was leaking has now completely filled the bath. It looks like blood. I need to call somebody over to fix this. I don't want to. I don't want to have to deal with any of this. Can't deal with this. Not today. Not this week. Not anymore. Call. Just fucking call. Just do it. They're gonna come by and nothing's gonna be there. It's just gonna be empty. Maybe. I tell them about the bath. Now it looks as though it has filled, or how it looks as though it had filled with blood. As expected, they don't believe me. How do you not believe? Like, at least be like, oh, maybe it could be rust. Maybe there's dirt in the piping, like a tree root went through the... Who knows what could be? Don't just say that you don't believe her. It's mean and you're crazy. They can't send anybody over until Monday. Oh, so they're still gonna help her. That's good. At least they're helping. And I'm expected to live with a bath full of this for 3 days. Great. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, what? Well. Holy fucking goddamn. Oh my god. Okay, well, so it's the lady in the house now. Is a lady who just was naked. She's naked, and then, well, I'll just leave my, all that at the front door. Let's continue, shall we? Rebecca always insisted on living in the city. It's expensive. We could only afford a small house. It's overpriced, ugly, and the landlord is a bitch. I don't use that word often, but there it is. Were we to live anywhere else, this place would be a fraction of the rent This place would be a fraction of the rent we pay for it. It can get us somewhere bigger. Maybe then we could afford what Rebecca needs for recovery. I want to move. Making sure that Rebecca gets better as fast as possible is more important to me. But Rebecca insists that we stay. She says that the city is our home, that she doesn't want to leave our memories behind. It's a terrible place. We could save money. I don't know, dude. She needs to be comfortable. She's got to be comfortable. If she wants to stay, then so be it. I reluctantly let her stay. She insists that she'll recover without the extra equipment. We spend the evening reminiscing about the horrible state that the house was on the day we first moved in. Rebecca did a really good job on it. She's proud. I completely forgot about the equipment thing. That moving would help with, God damn it. Oh well. That's my choice and I'm sticking to it. She's proud. We get an urgent call about test results that day. Rebecca plays our wedding music in the car as we drive to the hospital. She sings along very loudly. She's trying to be positive. She's trying to make me smile. It's not good news. She's dying. It's terminal. I can't smile anymore. Friday. Oh. I think I heard something break in the kitchen. Is something in there? I don't have time for any of this. I'm already late for work, and if I don't finish my report today, I could lose my job. Honestly, I'd rather be burgled. Should I go in? Are we going in or are we leaving, you guys? We're gonna figure that out on the next episode. This game is awesome as hell. If you want to play it, the link is in the description. But for now, I am gonna take a break, and then we'll be back, and we'll see where we're gonna go. Are we going inside or are we leaving? Could be a burglar. We don't know. Or it could be a ghost girl who was naked that one time. Who I'm like, hey, I'm just saying, anyway. Oh, I'm creepy. Anyway, so thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, then stay tuned for more. And as always, until next time.